There. Hello.
What's up, guys?
Someone's playing.
We are ready to hang out with you guys.
Ready to smoke.
Let's see if this comes
First
on.
off, let's make sure. Can you hear us?
Should be good.
Ooh, Crimson Grows.
There
Yes.
you go.
Woo!
What's
There we
up?
go. Let's make sure. Can you hear us? Oh, shut that streamer off.
Yes, ma'am. All right. So,
Okay, what are you
how
guys
are
smoking
we
on?
doing today, guys? Who we got? Here, let's light up one. What is this? Do you remember? Oh, the runts, right?
Oh, it was Runs, yes. Hello from Toronto.
What is up, guys? Let's see who. Start saying hi to everybody.
Oh, yeah, big sexy.
Oh, yeah.
Crimson Grows is here. Hoobie, Donahoe, RJSB. That was hard for my brain.
RJ. What's up, dude?
Some Zookies.
Crimson, what's going
Cherry
on, man?
wine CBD Hoobie. Nice.
Hoobie.
C12H is trimming today.
Ah, some wild berry bites from Robin Hood Seeds. Very cool. What's up, dude?
Man, it's been a while since we trimmed. We're going to be really in trim jail.
Yeah, for sure. So, you guys.
Light up is right.
I think we might have goofed up on our season.
The whole thing?
Well, no, not the whole thing. Like the plants will still yield. And
my plants are gonna die or something?
No, not gonna die. They're gonna actually look really good because they're smaller, and so they'll have to be a little less efficient to get maximum production out of. Yeah. Good. So, yeah, we didn't want to burn the plants.
Smoking time.
So we went in real light on Earth Dust formula at 3 tablespoons. The next grow we went to 4. Those plants did phenomenal. We're like, let's do 5.
Let's try a little bit harder.
And then the plants just looked pushed, and they were really kind of stressed, and they never did good and they haven't really done well through veg. So back that off to 4, and I think
Eastern, Giovanni, John. Hey guys, I see you. Groku.
No burn at all. But it's definitely like it was pushed, and it didn't like it. It was too strong. So we actually burned our first photo because we kind of had a little change of mind.
Me too, Groku. Or Big Sexy. I like Groku.
Groku. We burnt the fried apples because I fed it a little what I thought it could take, but they were bloom newts, and then we ended up changing our mind, and they're still in veg. So she's like burning, but she's still trucking. So that's the good thing about organics. They'll just kind of keep
John
running.
and Rasta and Osiato. Welcome.
How you guys doing, Rasta? What's up, buddy?
Rasta.
So, yeah. So this week, you guys will see the caramel frappe is I think she turned out to be a mutant. I'm not sure what's really going on with her. But it's in full display now. You guys will see it this weekend, and really, it's from Australia. Popped a seed from Ethos. Grape Diamond sounds delicious.
Grape anything?
Very
seems
good.
to be
Yeah,
pretty.
grape anything. Dude, Dr. Kidney Stoner just found a sealed 1-pack of Grape Walker Kush from Mephisto, and he said he's sending it to us, and I'm stoked. That is my all-time favorite weed is Grape Walker Kush.
She'll be your big bushy prize possession.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we'll show you that. We pretty much say that, like, I think it's stunted because they were pushed a little bit. So I think we're going to make a new batch of soil at 4 tablespoons and run these same 2 plants right behind it and just compare. Because, I mean, if anything, it'll be good for the visual anyway. So
I have terrible news for you.
What?
I lost the last seed.
Son of a gun, the caramel frappe.
Mhm. That was the one I dropped.
Gotcha.
But still.
Well, maybe something else. Well, you know what? She never really got off the ground anyways because the first one didn't pop, and then this one is turning out to be a mutant. So,
That's true.
so whatever. Maybe we try something else anyways.
Thank you, Mike.
Maybe we'll do
Welcome.
maybe we'll do another cookie dough. Yeah, let's do that. Hey Mike, how's it going, man? So this week is all about magnesium. Yeah. So we did our little bit of research.
The research for magnesium wasn't too bad.
No, it wasn't too bad at all, and it was fairly understandable. You know, like you kind of when you start to when you start to look at one specific nutrient a little deeper to kind of try and understand, you kind of realize that it's overly dramatic in that without this one nutrient, primary, secondary. Who's here? Vermonster. What's up, dude? Or micronutrient, without whatever one of those it needs, and it doesn't matter if it's a big one like nitrogen or a little one like boron, without it, the plant is not going to be able to survive. And it's like,
Big Sexy. I just love him. He says I'm gonna get turned.
Nah, maybe. Yeah, you never know. If the Jays run out, someone better be here.
Right.
So, yeah. We're looking at magnesium. But him.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You're fine. I didn't mean to interrupt.
You're good. So we're looking at magnesium, and of course, when you start to look at a nutrient, like I said, you really start to delve into like the necessities of why these things are important. So we're down in the secondary nutrients, right? Calcium, magnesium, and sulfur. So magnesium we're looking at, and it's literally the thing that okay, chlorophyll. The chlorophyll molecule is centered around a magnesium ion. In the center of every single chlorophyll molecule, there is one magnesium ion, and it's like 6.7% of the whatever of the molecule. So you can imagine how much of the entire plant, it kind of takes up. And then you look at what it actually does, right? So it being the central piece of chlorophyll means that without magnesium, there is no chlorophyll. Without chlorophyll, the plants do not have that lush green color to attract the sun's rays and absorb them and transfer them into food. It can't do anything. And like without the light, without being able to see that there's light on it.
What you talking about, generic ass bug?
Ooh, who said that?
It was Hoobie. He was just answering somebody. The way he said it was funny in my head. That generic.
Yes, it is a generic one, though.
It does hold the ice really nicely too.
Yep. So, right from the start, if the plant doesn't have chlorophyll, it's not going to be able to attract and capture sunlight. So it's never even going to take off right from the start. So, and I mean, really, it's like that. Like I said, right? It's like that for everything. If you delve in deep enough, like without nitrogen, this is why the plant would never even take off without it. And that's kind of the point, is that all of these things have evolved to interact with each other. And that's why this thing is even here in the first place. So, yeah, it's important. But one of the cool things I found out, okay, get this. When you have a magnesium deficiency, okay, this you don't really even need to know. It's just kind of like a cool fact. Okay, so if you get a magnesium deficiency, where do you see the deficiency? Let's have a little pop quiz, everyone. Get out your notebooks.
Shoot.
If you see a magnesium deficiency, what leaves does it start on? There we go. And then we'll get into figuring out whether that means it's a mobile or immobile nutrient. And then we'll explain why it's that way. So, no, it's more like you're giving the JL. It's you're giving the plant the magnesium it needs to sustain its new growth, because as it gets bigger, it needs more to build on top of each other, right? So you're giving it what it needs to continue its growth. You're not really doing anything quite that scientific, but the plant does need magnesium. So you'll notice that a lot of magnesium products will tell you to feed every 2 weeks or so. That's because typically things with magnesium are they are strong. So the plants do not need a lot of this. And if you try to accidentally cram a bunch down their throat, they will let you know. And you can burn your plant very easily. So you don't need much. The goal is to just figure out the middle ground of it all, which isn't really too hard if you have your NPK figured out, right? If you're trying to build your grow, what do? You look at the biggest problem first, and the biggest thing these plants need is NPK. So you got to get your NPK basically figured out before you're going to be able to even really tell that there's a magnesium deficiency under any of those deficiencies. So you get that figured out, then the next step is to solve that. Now that starts shining through, and then it's like my NPK is figured out. So the only time this thing getting a deficiency is like the secondary nutrients. Like now you can figure out the timing on that. And it's about
which
one? Putting your brick by brick and understanding it. And then after you know that, okay, every 2 weeks I need whatever a teaspoon of this stuff in a gallon of water, and then you do that, and it does fine. So old growth first. Lower leaves, perfect.
I didn't know what you were doing.
Ask me about my wiener. Okay. So, older leaves first, exactly. Why? Because it is a what nutrient? Mobile or immobile? Start on older leaf. Perfect, Aussie. It is a mobile nutrient. So, what does that mean, right? This means that a plant has, to some degree, either the ability to take from other places nutrients where it may have stored up reserves and pull it to where it needs it, such as a place like new growth, right? And so immobile literally means the opposite. These are things it cannot do that with physically. So when it is mobile, what is it? Okay, if it's not immobile, that means, or if it's immobile, that means there's not enough nutrients to support new growth. So typically on immobile nutrient deficiencies, you will see deficiencies on the new growth because they can't pull from new places to put this. Basically, they all needed that stuff to build those blocks to get it this big. There's none left. I can't give you any more, right? Well, the mobile nutrients, they'll go, well, we're getting bigger, bigger, bigger. Well, we don't need those fan leaves on the bottom. Like they're not catching as much sun anymore. So let's pull some of those nutrients out of there. And then that'll support the new growth, and the new growth continues. And then those leaves shrivel up. And hopefully, the goal is that it's taking less of a hit by getting rid of the leaves that are hopefully underneath and in the bush and all that stuff. So, literally on a molecular basis, what is happening is when you have a magnesium deficiency, you start to see the yellowing of the veins, the yellowing of the green in between the veins before eventually it shrivels up entirely. And then you know what they do, right? They curl up like that, right? And they're completely dead and crumbly and snap right off. And well, what they have done is, on a molecular basis, they have broken down those existing chlorophyll molecules. You remember those ones with the centered around the magnesium ion? They break those down, and they take that magnesium ion, transfer it up the plant to the new growth, supply new growth, and that continues. That's why the deficiency starts down there. So when your plants are fading yellow, it's because, at least for magnesium deficiency, you are literally breaking apart the chlorophyll on a molecular basis, the stuff that makes the plants green.
Yes,
so that they can
Jefferson,
transfer it
yes.
up and make new growth. So I thought that was pretty cool. But it's fun to kind of get into these things because,
To learn the intricacies.
right.
Ooh, what you doing?
I think I need a. I'll be right back.
An opener?
I guess.
Real interesting. I technically don't even know where an opener is, so I couldn't even help if I wanted to.
It's a twist off. I did it with my shirt.
Ah, see? I don't know. Big Sexy says use the lighter.
Oh, I can't do that. I don't know how to do that yet. I've never.
You'll have to show us how you do that.
I know you take your hand like this. You put this under the bottle lid. Then you use your finger to stop the lighter and to use leverage to pry the bottle cap up. Use the lighter. Yeah. Guys, I'm stoned. That bottle top was really difficult. All right. So officially, we have how many entries?
5.
Give it.
Just kidding.
Okay. So who are they?
Okay. It is Dirty Dan the Auto Man.
Dirty Dan the Auto Man. You here, dude?
Dr. Kenny Stoner.
Doc.
I don't know. Nimsake 420.
Namesake.
Broken Grow.
Broken Grow and
Big Sexy.
Oh yeah!
5. Whoa.
Easy now.
5 of us.
So.
6.
Yes.
6.
And we have like a whole bunch more people
and we
like
know there's a lot
who have
more,
expressed
yeah.
interest and just have to get around to it.
Oh,
We still
yeah.
got to get beans and stuff like that. And yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, dude.
It already is fun if you ask me.
For sure. So yeah, let us know too because Dr. Kidney Stoner is actually sending us so much that I'd like to pay it forward a little bit to that regard. And like if anybody can't get beans, we have Skywalker crosses. They're Mephisto freebies. But I know we already have some, so that's cool too. We'll throw some of our own in there as well. So how do you enter?
On Instagram. Would you?
Let's do that one.
This one?
That pink one. That
Oh, I
did
thought that was the Delta. But this
So
is
did I.
This is
Next.
shit. Later. Okay.
Aha,
Okay.
she's remembered.
Giovanni, yes, you go to Instagram at our hashtag and sugar. I'm stoned. Hashtag Buds Grow Off.
Buds Grow Off. Right.
And
BUDZ.
Post a picture of a seed pack.
So go on Instagram,
seed.
post a picture on your wall. Hashtag Buds Grow Off goes in the description. That way it gets shared to our community wall there on Instagram. Everybody, every picture, post it with the hashtag Buds Grow Off.
Ooh, nice.
Then we'll
sexy.
see every single thing. Hey! That is too cool, man.
Yeah,
Big Sexy,
really
when's the
simple.
CO2 go in?
We're working on the prizes right now.
Yes, we are. So
There.
we got a big, huge, it's like all of their liquid newts from Future Harvest. We have a whole big, huge kit. That's going to be one of the prizes. We just heard back from the Green Sunshine Company. They're throwing in one of their kits, the base and the bloom. I thought so. I wasn't sure, but Any improvement? Any notice? What do you think, man? Purple Lemonade Auto and a GGA. Very cool. Gorilla Glue Auto, huh? That sounds good too. I want to go back and grow Gorilla Glue again soon. That would be fun. Y'all helped me a lot when I started. Did you say that?
No.
There you go.
Where is that? Oh, I see.
Cheers from Brazil, dudes. What's up, man? Y'all helped me a lot when I started. Hey, you know what? We've seen since we've started, we saw little to nobody to everybody under the sun. Newbie, doesn't matter. Come show off your plants. Happy to do it. Just excited and enjoying the hobby. And that is the only thing we ever wanted.
Right.
You know, so good. Like, if that whoever that gave courage to get in on this, whoever that gave the information they needed to feel comfortable enough, good. That's perfect. You know, I'm really liking the changes over at Discord with all the new channels and everything. So that
All the
was
different topics.
yeah, everything different to talk about. And
I'm not very good at it yet, guys. I'm working on it. I just go in the one.
Yeah, but I know. Hey, I don't know if anybody wants to, but I think after this in the Discord, we're gonna. If you guys want to go voice chat, I'm gonna have to tell Miss Okie Toki. She always wants to get in on that.
That's true.
So yeah, if you guys want. I'm thinking about offering up a YouTube subscription too. It'll just be $1, just like it is over at Patreon, but hopefully maybe attract a couple more people to be able to get in on the Discord over there. So
Discord is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's been a real blast, and it's been a super big help. Like everybody has pretty much given advice at some point in time to everybody. And like even, I mean, jeepers, I learned something from Hoobie. I learned it was the mobile immobile nutrient thing. I had no idea what the hell he was talking about when he was like, well, it should appear on the older leaves, right? And I'm like, why the hell would he say it like that? And I went and looked it up, and there's two things called mobile and immobile nutrients, and there's a way that they exhibit their deficiency symptoms, and it's different, and it's a good identifier for, you know, to help narrow in whatever the problem may be if you're having trouble. So, Hoobie, yeah, dude, we are learning from you guys just as much as you're learning from us. I'm telling you, dude, this is not one-sided thing. This is mutually beneficial, and we are very interested.
I'm dreaming of the day our plants look like Hoobie sherbet or whatever.
Yeah, what's that plant you got in the 2x2, dude? Frosty. Where is he? Hey, much love to you too. What's up, Frosty? Frosty the Budman. It's good, big sexy. Yeah.
Blue Sunset Sherbert. Yeah, it's that one.
Can't answer a question. CB and Grow Tent Rock. Would they ask questions up there?
I don't know.
Sorry, dude. If they did, we're just smoking and chilling. We'll answer any question that comes our way. Hey, Mellow Buds, what you doing, man? Jefferson. There's not a contest. There's a grow off. We're doing a community grow off. So yeah, there's going to be a couple prizes for a couple categories. We're still kind of sorting all that out right now. We're trying to get everybody to get their seeds right now because it's going to start on May 4th. Germination starts on May 4th. So you have to have them by then. And you guys know, seeds take a second. So trying to get the word out, trying to share. The quicker everybody does it, the quicker the hashtag on Instagram will grow, and we'll be able to see everybody in there anyway. So to answer your question, if you want to get in on the grow off, you got to have a Star Wars themed strain. Doesn't matter, auto photo. Take a picture of your seed or your packaging or whatever. Post it with the hashtag BudsGrowOff, And that's it, man. You'll be in. Everybody will see you. So, Jefferson, hey, after you plant into a transplanted ocean forest in a 5-gallon pot from a 3-gallon, how long you think should I add flower newts? So I'm not sure if you are growing an auto or photo, but I'm assuming you're doing photos if you're transplanting like that. And, the plant will kind of tell you ocean forest is heavy, so it'll be a while. Just be patient. Just keep watering until the plant tells you. And photos are good. They take lots of time to progress when it comes to deficiency, so you'll be able to see it quick. It won't go fast. You'll be able to take your time, figure out exactly what it is, and then correct the problem. And if it is literally just like what you said, it's just newts, like the first yellowing of the leaf you see down at the bottom,
Dr. Chronic.
Then you know it's time to feed, man. Simple as that. Who is it?
Dr. Chronic.
Dr. Chronic's Magic Closet is here.
Mm-hmm. It's been a while.
We appreciate you too, TB. For sure, dude. What's up, guys? Driving home. There you go. No worries, man. Yeah, don't text. Blue Sunset Sherbert. I know that's Hoobie's 2x2. Mm-hmm. That's the one, man.
It is.
It's perfect and uniform, and the bud, like, I don't even know how many tops you have there, dude. It's just crazy, and it's all symmetrical and perfect. And
it is.
Yeah, good
well
stuff.
Done. Yeah.
So he should wait 3 weeks and then add bloom newts 1 week before 12-12 flip. There you go. Lost in translation. What up, dude?
Let's talk about it. We're glad you're here too.
Yeah. So, yeah, what do you guys want to do? You guys want to do a Q&A? Does anybody have any questions? What do you guys want to ask? Come on, let's hear it. Don't be shy. No stupid questions. You guys saw how we grew.
Lost in translations. Eating Cheerios and hanging out.
That's it,
good.
Dude. Yeah, dude. Cereal's got to be the ultimate.
We should have a cereal night.
Cereal's got to be the... You guys want some cereal ASMR?
Oh, gosh.
Cereal ASMR live. How nobody ever came back to a Beginner Buds live stream.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why the Discord's been a little bit quiet. Because they were getting our script.
Yeah. Yeah, that was funny.
It was funny. I was dying.
Earth dust. Earth dust. Do we plan on creating our own strains? What do you think?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I never want to go too fast, and you know what? At this point, we don't have to go fast. So we're kind of taking our time and making decisions that we know we want to get into. So right now, all it is about honing in on these autos, starting to get a more uniform end product, which we foresee that happening pretty dang soon. Because like now we know what too low is, we know what did really well, we know what too much was, so like we're ready to go. And we're starting to feel out photos, right? We're making stupid mistakes as we always do, like feeding them bloom newts and veg, but
like we always do. That's like our side tagline.
But you know what? That's the kind of shit, like back when we started, nobody did that. When we started, everybody's shit was crisp, man. Nobody shared a brown leaf. Nobody shared anything without a filter on it. Unless you were one of the fucking kings, right? So we know we started like the first year we spent being introduced into the social media community and having all kinds of friendly, helpful advice. Some good, some bad, some completely like out of the park, shouldn't have even been said. But you know what? We were taking advice and learning until we realized, like, okay, none of these guys actually have the answer. So stop, back up, go back to, that's when we started our hike up Mount Stupid. And then we said, okay, let's figure it out ourselves. And we did it. It was horrible. And it was like, oh my God. So we're screwed. And then we're like, okay, well, what do we got to figure out? Okay. Like, I know how much I'm putting into that pot. How much is still in there? How do I figure out how much is still in there? How do I figure that out? Right. I'm like, ppm that shit. Right. So you start doing that. And then you like learn and fumble around. And then you're like, okay, so they don't need that much of this here. Okay. I was using way too much of that all the time, like CalMag. You realize it's like half of a, if you're using liquid CalMag, it's probably like half of a milliliter per gallon every 2 weeks. Meanwhile, growers are putting 2 milliliters per gallon in every single time they feed because like the plant's locked out and it's got a calcium deficiency, right? So eventually you start to stumble around and fumble around, and now for right now, it feels like I might be able to look at a plant and baby it through and like read its signs and be able to understand that it either needs the NPK or it needs the secondary nutrients. And then it's just like you're walking it up, right? Like you see a little bit of a yellow, you bump, okay, well, feed it CalMag, and you make your way through. So it's starting to feel like, we can read the plants, which is good. It might not necessarily look like it right now, but like when you just stunt a plant, you stunt a plant. You can't really correct that with an auto. So she's already in flower. She's going to be teeny. I don't care. The next ones are going to look pretty good. And so as we start to feel out photos, and now we're having a general understanding of how a cannabis plant works and feeds and goes through its cycles of veg and flower and everything like that. Granted, there's slight shifts between autos and photos that you got to make, but we're starting to actually see the levels that we should use now, right? So we're already, because we have learned so much with the autos, it's making the transition to photos like super simple. And the fact that photos are photos is making it super simple. They're really hardy, and they like that one is burnt, and I don't think she's slowed down yet. She must have, but I haven't known it. The growth has been so fast.
Right.
So I don't know. Started just like you with autoflowers. It's a transition, but the autoflowers will make you a great photo grower because it's slow motion compared to autos. Dang right. Nail on the fucking head, dude. I love it. Yes. So that was the goal. I mean, we started with autos we started saying like a year ago now. At this point, it's a matter of principle to just nail these things. So we're not letting go, but we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So like we're starting the photos now. So, and it's not stressful. They grow slow. It's like whatever.
I know, it's weird. The chill.
Yeah.
Growing photos.
And they grow nice and big, and you can do whatever, whenever I want. I don't know. I don't feel like putting them over there today. Okay, I'll flip next time.
Times 5.
Right. And so she's getting pretty big.
She's big, but she's
no,
pretty too.
honestly, if anybody is saying anything, I would suggest just going to photos. I do not suggest doing it this way. If I was somebody, I would do the photos and then I would try an auto and see what happens.
Someone beginning.
You're going to be able to read the plant so much better because you had done photos, and the autos just happen so fast. Once you stunt it, once you burn it, once you yellow it, it stays that way for fucking the whole time. It's demoralizing as you fail after time and time again. So start with the photos. They're forgiving. You can, if you stunt it, you can just veg it for another week. Like if you stunt it, you can just run it through flower another week. You can, whatever, man. So there's so much. They grow slower, symptoms progress slower, so that means they're easier to fix because you can catch them sooner, and because they're not as picky, like shit just happens better, easier, smoother, And autos are so finicky. It takes a right turn and then you're screwed for the whole grow. Or at least, even if you correct it, the plant looks like shit for the rest of the grow. Yes, auto flowers are the meanest but greatest teachers. I'd agree with that. We have been through the freaking ringer. We do everything the hard way on accident. But like, you know what? At this point, it's like just stick it out for a little while longer, and it'll be worth it because we put so much work into it at this point. But yeah, if I could go back, I would have started with photos. For sure. We've been talking about that, putting together a video for what we wish we would have known when we first started out. And this is going to be for like the dumb growers, the first timers, just like we were, who didn't know anything, who didn't know that too much food was a problem, who didn't know that there was a difference between watering and feeding, for one. Like, simple stuff. It sounds simple, and like people who know the difference already will just call you a dumbass for not knowing that. But common sense is only common sense to you. Everybody has their own interpretation of what is common sense and what is not. So just because it is common sense to you doesn't mean it's that way for everybody. And yeah, so having a few basic things to understand that would have made it a lot easier on us. And we have a few good things at this point, I think. So choose photos for a more tolerant grow. We like organics, but the overall message there would be do your research on the nutrients. Are people having a hard time with it? Are people really killing it with it? How simple is it? Are you having to do 8 bottles and like every time you feed and 25% runoff, so you're wasting 25% of your stuff? Or are you scooping something on top of your dirt like once every 30 days, putting a couple scoops on it and then just watering it for the whole time? Like, okay, so for one person, the one way may be better. They have more control. They can do what they want. But for somebody who's looking for something simple, maybe it would be better if somebody else figured out all the nutrients and the ratios and the mix and had it just right for them. So all they have to do is do this, water, pay attention to the plant, and then you can actually see when does it need to be fed, when does it not, because now you don't have this confusing thing that says like there's a difference between watering and feeding with liquid newts, right? Well, with top dress amendments, the directions to use these are make your base brew, 30 days later put this on top. So there's like literally no way you can mess this up because it's right on the directions. Like, you're not going to put this in the water every time. This is going on 30 days later. I'm scratching it into the dirt and it's just water every other time. So without you even having to know that, just doing it that way solves a big problem that some people just starting out actually have. I had a great experience with my OG Kush photo, but I broke them moving. Then my auto stunted. Then my 2 hazes just died as soon as they broke the dirt. Oh, I've had that before. Sometimes they do that. I'm not sure what that is from. Sometimes you'll just get a little brown spot in the stem and just like they'll start like rotting from that point and just keel over and die. It's the weirdest thing. Do you guys like 420 scene? Have you got advice from him? He is really cool, like y'all. 420 scene. I'm gonna have to go see who that is. 420 is cool. There you go. Perfect. So we'll check it out.
We will.
I mean, if Big Sexy's saying it's good, then it must be. All right, where's that other one? Oh, blue sunglasses guy. Okay, very cool. You guys like him? I'll tell you what. The one thing, if you wanna do this, and I've been thinking about having. Tell me if you guys would be interested in this too. And I haven't really run it by you yet, but you'd have to be like heavily involved partner because it would be like a live stream based on social media marketing. So if you want to do this for a living, if you want to grow your grow page into a brand and make money, and Joey, what up, dude? Got to learn to grow so you can breed. Exactly right, man. Exactly. And then, I mean, like, you want to make seeds, right? So, like, you're talking about what are you going to do? You're going to just offer them to all your buddies? They can't buy them from you every single week. So, you got to eat every week. So, like, you got to figure out a way to sell, right? And that's where the social media marketing comes in. We talk about, like, how we shoot. We can talk about things on the production side, photography, videography, editing, social media tactics, how to grow when you're first starting out, and then even open it up to Q&As and answer questions that people might have, because I'm sure there's a million bajillion uh, individually unique questions that would come up that I couldn't possibly just generalize over all of them. But yeah, what's up, Giovanni?
Question.
Late, I'm late. You good, dude?
You're
Stoners
right on
are never
time.
late. Where is that other one?
What one?
That one.
The Delta?
I bought those 2 lights at Walmart, trying to save them. Then you reminded me about the Spectrum. Ah. Wait a second. Is that Stewie? Let's talk about it.
I don't know.
Okay, what did Giovanni say? Yeah. Giovanni! What, dude? Now everybody wants to know. No, they don't. No, it was like I said, man, everybody is coming from their own place. Some people understand things better than others. Some people have no freaking clue. So when you say, I need a light to grow my weed,